Should you date or focus on yourself as a young man? This is a question that you've likely asked yourself before. On one side, you have some guys telling you, build yourself up, focus on yourself, and then find love when you're older. And then on the other side, you got some guys telling you, date when you're young and pursue relationships when you're in your youth. My name is Frank. I help young men build themselves through self-improvement and fitness. If that interests you, go click the subscribe button. I've been on both sides. I've had a couple girlfriends, I've been in a couple relationships, and I've also gone through that whole phase of, oh yeah, bro, I'm just working on myself and I'm not gonna talk to women and I'm just gonna grind, bro, and build myself up. And I do think that there's pros and cons to each approach. So I'm gonna give you my opinion and then tell you how you can navigate your dating life through your youth. So first, let's go over the argument for the people who say you should just work on yourself and build yourself up first. Well, the main sort of reason that guys say this is that their whole argument is, well, if you work on yourself and you build yourself, then you can become the best version of yourself. And women always tend to date, usually upwards. So women usually want a guy who is better, not better than them, but socially higher up than them. And a guy who has, some high social economic status. So their argument is that if you build yourself up and you become your best self, then you can attract a higher quality partner. And I definitely do think that there is a lot of truth to this. You should make building yourself up the focus over dating and chasing women. But there is one sort of flaw that I see in this argument. So now we're gonna go over the argument for the people who say you should date when you're young. Their reasoning is that when you're young and you haven't necessarily became your best self and you haven't, gotten all the money.
Someone has to flip the burger
and gotten everything that you want to get, well, then you're going to find a partner who loves you for who you truly are and not just for your status. And I will say that through my experience, a lot of the most happy couples I have seen have been those couples who met in high school, who met when they were young and got married young and then had a family when they were young. They didn't put off dating forever. Now, the sort of con that comes with this approach is that a lot of the guys in, the self-improvement and self-development space, they say that if you find love when you're young, it may cause you to get complacent because you've achieved your highest goal, you've found a partner. So what do you have to work for? I understand that argument. That's completely valid and it makes sense. So I could see why some of the guys would think this is a con. So now we've heard both sides of the argument. So I'm gonna give you a way that you can go about your dating life in a healthy way where you build yourself up, but you also don't close yourself off from love. So now we've heard both sides of the argument. So I'm gonna give you my answer, which is a way that I believe you can go about your dating life in a healthy way as a young man. You should focus on yourself and build yourself up before you make chasing women or chasing love or pursuing love the priority. And one of the main reasons for this is that I believe as a man, your partner and the people you attract into your life are always a direct reflection of you. So if you're not a high quality person, then you're not going to attract a high quality partner. Whereas if you build yourself up and you become a high quality person, you then have the ability to attract a high quality partner. And by the way, this does not only apply to relationships and dating. This applies to friendships and the people that you attract into your life. And also, when you don't chase things, when you aren't always pursuing things and chasing after women, well, you're also more likely to attract someone into your life. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but when you're just focused on yourself and you're just minding your own business is usually when someone just happens to stumble into your life. And usually it's just kind of by accident and not totally planned. Like when you're DMing 100 girls every day and cold approaching all these women, it comes off as super needy. Neediness is the most unattractive trait that no girl is gonna want in a guy. So you should not be chasing women and chasing girls all the time and putting all of your effort into trying to find a girlfriend, because what you chase, you're not likely to attract. But also, with all this being said, I do not want you to close yourself off from dating. Because you see so many guys, like these cringe Sigma male type guys on TikTok and YouTube telling you completely close yourself off from women and just grind and focus on yourself. And there are some pros to this. I'm not saying these guys are completely wrong, but there is one major flaw that I see in this way of thought. And it's that you're just completely closing yourself off from love. Because think about it, someone could stumble into your life, your future wife potentially, and because you're just in this mindset of, oh, I'm not dating, I'm not focusing on love, you've completely closed yourself off from them. And you could literally miss out on your potential future wife if you're in this mindset. Because when you don't let life flow naturally, that's when you tend to have problems. So if the right person, if that person that meets your standards happens to walk into your life, be accepting of them and be open to it. But also, don't make chasing someone and finding love the absolute priority. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and share it with a friend who may need it. See you for the next video.